So why use a diagram? A diagram helps us see the relationship among the data found in a problem, which makes it a good and effective way to organize information and data. So here's my problem. A rectangular block of wood, 20 centimeters by 18 centimeters by 9 centimeters, is cut into many 3 centimeter cubes. What is the maximum number of 3 centimeter cubes that can be cut out? So the first thing I'm going to do is figure out what is the question I'm answering, which in this case is how many 3 centimeter cubes can I cut out of this rectangular block of wood. My next step is going to be to draw a diagram. So I'm going to draw a block that is 20 centimeters by 18 centimeters by 9 centimeters. So here's my cube, and you can see it has a height of 9 centimeters, a width of 18, and a length of 20. So the next thing I'm going to do is draw some blocks inside, and each of my blocks, of course, is going to be a 3 centimeter cube, and that will let me solve the problem using the diagram. So here's my cubes. Each one is 3 centimeters, so I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 centimeters across. But of course my box is 20 centimeters long, so I'm going to have a space right here that is going to be 20 take away 18, 2 centimeter space. So another way of saying that is to say that I took the length, which is 20, I divided it by 3, because each of these, remember, is 3 centimeters, and I got 6 with 2 left over, 6 remainder 2. 6 cubes with a 2 centimeter space left over. So now I know how many cubes are going to fit across lengthwise. Now I want to know how many cubes are going to fit this way, widthwise. So I can do the same thing. Before I said 20 divided by 3, which gave me 6. I could draw all the cubes in, but instead I'm just going to do the math. I'm going to say 18 divided by 3, which gives me 6. I'm going to be able to fit 6 cubes going this way, because each of the cubes, remember, is going to be 3, and I can do 6 groups of 3 to give me 18. So I know there will be 6 going this way, 6 going this way with a space beside them, and now I just have to find out how many cubes I can stack on top of each other. Okay, and to find that out, as you can see, I'm just going to do 9 divided by 3, which gives me 3. Okay, that is going to tell me how many cubes I can fit in one row going this way, one row going this way, and one row going that way. But of course, I don't want to know how many cubes I can fit in just one row. I want to know how many cubes I can fit going all the way across. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do to get that answer is multiply these 3 numbers, just like you would do to find the volume. To find the volume of this cube, you would multiply these 3 numbers. To find out how many cubes I can fit in, I'm going to have to multiply these. I am going to totally ignore my remainder 2 here. I don't need to even think about that because that's just space. That has nothing to do with how many cubes I can fit in, okay? And so when I do the multiplication, I find that 6 times 6 times 3 gives me 108, and you can't see me, but I used my handy calculator to do that information. And of course, I wrote myself a sentence. The maximum number of cubes is 108. Let's take a look at another question. What is the maximum number of 2 centimeter cubes that can be fitted into a rectangular box measuring 15 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 13 centimeters? Pause this video and give that question a try, and when you unpause the video, I'll have the answer for you. So as you can see, I've drawn my box. It's 15 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 13 centimeters, and I've drawn some 2 centimeter cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cubes are going to fit in here because 7 times 2 is 14. If I put another cube in, that would be 16. That's too much. So I have 1 centimeter space left over here. When I write that out mathematically, I get 15 divided by 2 gives me 7 with a remainder of 1. Going this way, 10 divided by 2 gives me 5, so I know I'm going to be able to fit 5 cubes this way. Going this way, 13 divided by 2 gives me 6 with a remainder of 1. So I know I'll fit 6 cubes this way, and there will be a 1 centimeter space at the top. Now, just like before, I'm going to totally ignore my remainders. because those are just spaces. I'm not interested in the spaces right now, I'm interested in the cubes. So now I know that I'm going to fit 7 cubes going across, 5 cubes going widthwise, and 6 cubes going up and down. That only tells me one row though, so I'm going to multiply them to find out how many cubes fit in the box. Of course, the answer is 210. And of course, I'm not done my problem until I have written a sentence. So I have done that there. You can fit 210 cubes in the box. So we have a Maths Mansion video today. So I'll get you to do this question. Pause the video on this page, do this question, and then come back. So the review is to draw a diagram to solve this problem. Maria and Paul have 100 candies altogether. Maria and George have 80 candies altogether. Paul and George have 60 candies altogether. How many candies does each person have? Again, pause the video, and when you come back, we'll keep going. So our second objective for today is to find place value with decimals. So you all know how to find place value without decimals. We start over here with ones, tens, hundreds. That's the hundreds period. Then we keep going to the thousands, 10,000s, and 100,000s, and that's my thousands period. Now we're going to add decimals. So place value with decimals, you're basically going to do the same thing as on this side of the decimal place, except we skip the ones and add a ths to the end. So this is your tenths, then your hundredths, your thousandths, your 10,000ths, and your 100,000ths. That's place value with decimal. It basically works the same way as when you don't have decimals. You start at the decimal and go this way. Same here, except we skip the ones, go straight to tens, and you add ths at the end. And for the last activity to do today, I'd like you to watch a Maths Mansion. So it's at www.tinyurl.com/mathsmansionpv, PV standing for place value. So go watch that, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night.